Some might wonder why a demon would reveal a spiritual world to people by opening and closing doors and making other noises. The demon has a calculated reason for repeatedly making these annoying noises. The demon knows that if these noises happen frequently enough, a person will get extremely frustrated. Then it becomes more likely that a person will call out to the unknown spirit, asking the spirit what it wants. The person might interact with the spirit so that it will stop bothering him. Once he willingly interacts with the evil spirit, he becomes open to demonic possession.
When I was in a room alone, it felt like I wasn't alone, like there was like a presence there, something I'd not experienced before. And through 1989, this presence got stronger and stronger and stronger until I sat on a bed in an empty hotel room in early 1990, actually March 1990. And I said out into the room, if there's something there, would you please contact me? Because you're driving me up the bloody wall.
Also, you said on a show with Terry Wogan back on April 29, 1991, you said the challenge started off with, you're the son of God.
This home looks quiet from the outside, but owner Deanna Simpson says several ghosts are haunting it, and she's caught them in photos and recordings, including this one.
The majority are bad, dark forces, unhuman.
Just a couple minutes into the interview, our photojournalist, Nick, felt his wrist burning.
Are you okay? Did you get scratched?
He was behind the camera, but Simpson knew what had happened right away. She took us on a tour of the house. She shot video of this door.
If that is you, would you please shut that door? Oh my God.
It appears to close on its own, and both Simpson and her cat have been pushed down these stairs before. So far in this house, Nick has been scratched, I've been touched and pinched. We've seen strange lights on the walls and heard noises, and we haven't even gone down to the basement yet.
Where is the place where you saw the Shadow Man picture?
This photo was taken with a deer camera in the basement.
This picture right here is the Shadow Man. He's about 7 foot tall.
Simpson says she's scared by what's happened, but she and her husband have lived in this home for 7 years. Her grown daughters refuse to stay here.
We put everything into this house, and we do want to move, but we would have to list it at such a price to where we could recoup what we put in.
Meanwhile, the family has invited mediums, researchers, and priests to visit the home.
Help me. Help me.
Some time ago in this Litchfield home, wife and mother Pat Redding felt as if she were possessed by evil spirits. She went through a series of 16 exorcisms, witnessed firsthand by her daughter Michelle.
When you see the person that you love being attacked by something invisible, so heinous and so disgusting, you will look for anything to stop it.
The situation started, says Michelle, with strange banging noises in their home. It moved on to a mysterious overturning of all their furniture, and eventually to attacks on Pat Redding from an invisible force.
It would rip her hair out. There'd be plenty of witnesses, and it would rip it right out of her scalp. An invisible force. She'd scream, she'd jerk backward, I'd turn around, she'd be in pain, of course she would panic, she'd cry, she was shocked.
And did she have actual physical marks on her body?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And they couldn't have been self-inflicted?
No. Bite marks on her back. She would end up with black and blue marks in the most bizarre places that she wouldn't have been able to do herself.
But how do you know that it's not somebody with psychological problems? I mean, different psychological problems can manifest themselves in very strong ways.
She was found to have no psychosis. There was nothing wrong with her.
Medically, physically, everything had been ruled out.
Exhausted.
And to that point, that's when a decision had to be made. And that's when actually we had the Roman Catholic Church involved with it.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Connecticut Bishop McKenna agreed to perform the exorcism, although it was not officially sanctioned by the Vatican. Exorcists say it's the demons inside that give the possessed strange voices and unusual strength. They say that necessitated restraining Pat during her exorcism.
Before this happened, did you believe in possession? Did you believe?
No, before this happened, we were your average middle-class family.
Then what do the two of you say to people out there watching this who I'm sure are thinking, these look like perfectly nice people, but you cannot convince me your mom was possessed by demons?
There's really no way to convince them unless they want to believe. But I knew my mother, and she didn't believe at all in that. And it existed.